Ukrainian family here in Lugansk has been excellent.
Well, my family was a very warm and friendly group of people. It was an extended family, really. It was not strictly a parent and a child or two parents and a child. There were, a babushka was there. They also had животное, and which definitely added to the experience. It was always easy to practice Russian with one of the dogs. They wouldn't criticize me. But seriously, the family did give good feedback and help correct my grammar when it was improper, help me learn some new vocabulary. And also did it in a way that was fun, and family had a good sense of humor, and kind of made it just a pleasant experience.
I'm lucky again. I have had a great family, and they were very nice to me. They helped me with the homework and just tried to talk a lot to me, and they took me to play pool, they took me to a Russian bath, so they took me shopping and had to buy things. So great family.
As far as introducing me to local foods, Ukrainian traditions.
Украинская семья, мы принимали у себя в гостях иностранного студента. Мы помогали ему в изучении русского языка, а также наших традиций. Очень дружно жили, нам очень понравилось. Мы рады видеть в гостях тоже иностранных студентов.
When I first came to Lugansk, this is my first time in Eastern Europe, so it's a lot different than in my country. And so far, I like Lugansk. Da.
So I can say it's very safe, and it's quite huge city comparing to my city where I'm from, and there are a lot of things to see, and I had a good experience going out in the evening.
I think Lugansk is a nice city. I found it to be safe. And I think it's a good place to study Russian because it is, for one, right on the border with Russia. I think Russian is still a very eminent language here.
I like your food, I like your museums, parks. I like the city and so far people.
I think the Russian classes here were very good. The teacher, Tatiana, was excellent. I like the way she introduced us to many of the Russian authors, and I especially enjoyed the grammar lessons.
Teachers are great because they listen to me, they correct me, they want me to learn to speak correctly, and they are patient. I like so far my lessons. I'm 2 weeks now in Russian lessons.
Teacher has a very strong background in teaching, and I felt did an excellent job with the class, explaining all the grammar, going over the literature of different, giving us an introduction to the literature of different writers, and again acting as a facilitator of our whole experience, speaking to us in Russian. Before I came to the Ukraine, I made it a point to learn a few songs in Russian, and the singing class allowed me to continue that process.
All excursions were interesting and helped me to listen to all these people who presented their subject. So, but one thing I really enjoyed was this the Kazakh museum, and also the Parkhomenko.
Soledar was one of the two most interesting excursions that I went on here in Lugansk. I'd never been to a salt mine before. I've been to a nickel mine, but the salt mine is actually healthy, and it's a healthy experience, which I never knew. And it was interesting going deep into the earth in the cold and tasting the salt on the walls and seeing the different salt sculptures.
это легко.
Русский это легко.
Русский это легко.
Русский это легко.
Русский это легко.